Well, for the boys against Johnson, lane 1 we have Mitchell, lane 3 Jake, lane 5 is Connor, lane 7 is Gray. Now, I'd like to say before we begin this, if you're in a 50 freestyle, you got about 40 seconds before lactic acid overload, in which you're going to need oxygen. Now, if you're jumping up and down, you cut that 40 seconds down to maybe 20. So if it weren't for the pandemic, I would tell you to be wearing a parka and staying as warm as you possibly can until right before you get on the blocks. Can't do that, so with that being said, there's not a lot we can do about it. But if I'll hit this, get started, you'll see that we're jumping up and down and we're trying to get warm, and that's just what we have to do these days. So really going to concentrate on the starts and the turn. If we could see a little better quality of the video, we would look at it. But let's watch these guys as they start. And here we go. There's our whistles. Tweet's getting ready. Long tweet gets everybody up. I like that Connor claps his hands like that. That shows everybody he knows that he's the guy. All right, so that was a great example of where we have a starter who holds everybody on a lot longer than I think she should. It looked like everybody's still, and there was a false start there. Let's go back and look at this start and see where everybody is. All right, so if you'll notice, there's a lot of people with feet still on the block, except for Connor. His foot has already left the block. Also, he's pretty low here, parallel to where he started. He doesn't jump too high. Keep going here. So this diver, this is Mitchell. He has a really steep dive. He was pretty high on his start. He was late to the start. Him going deep, he does recover a little bit and does come up. But notice where Connor comes up compared to everybody else. All right, so Connor is right here. Everybody else with just the start is now a good half body length behind. This guy even had a good start, but because he didn't streamline as well as Connor and have as good a reaction, Connor was relaxed. He had a good reaction time. And then also, he was very streamlined when he hit the water. And he does really great dolphin kicks underwater as well. But he's not swimming any faster. He's just better at starting. And therefore, everybody else puts themselves further behind just on the start. Let's watch his turn. Right before we get there. All right, so this guy here who eventually comes in second, and I think Jake is right there close, they are still within about the same spot they were when they were at when they popped up for the start. So Connor hasn't really swam faster than they have, but let's watch what happens after the turn. Boom. So Connor doesn't start swimming until here, but now he's a whole body length ahead of everybody. And the other guys, if you'll notice, I'll back it up a little bit here, they pop up a lot quicker. Notice Jake is right here. He's coming up right there. All right, so he comes up, boom, right there. Connor's not coming up till this point right here. So the streamlines underwater are really critical. I've watched this several times, and I've watched Mitchell because I can see him. He doesn't breathe any more than Connor does, it looks like. One time in, one time coming back, which is really well done. And a good finish. Everybody that I can see for Alamo Heights finished the way they're supposed to. It's hard to see Gray all the way out here. His head looked like it was up, but it's hard to tell. Sliding on the side is what we're wanting, and but finishing strong. without the breath is we do really well. What we have to really work on is our starts and our turns.